Hey guys, Lewis from Frugal Student here. So today I'm going to be uploading the first video to my website, something I'm very excited about. Anybody who's read my latest blogging update and National Grid article will understand that I'm currently on a PGCE course, which is proven absolutely insane and very, very time constraining. So the idea from now on is that I'll write an in-depth analysis of a stock every Monday, something that I've recently purchased or maybe sold or on my radar. And in between that, from now on, I'm going to be uploading videos to my website because I want you to know exactly what I'm buying, exactly what I'm selling, when I'm selling it. So I don't want you waiting maybe a week or 2 weeks until you get the in-depth analysis. So I'm going to give you the update on video format. These videos are going to be a bit rough and ready because I don't want to spend hours and hours editing videos. So I'm going to give it to you as it is, one take, and we'll see how it goes. So today, the big news is that CardFactory shares dropped 20%. As you all know, I recently wrote an article about CardFactory recommending that people buy the shares if they're looking for a solid cash generative a business that pays a very good dividend. So you may be thinking that today I'm very upset, I'm very sad because I've lost 20% of my money. I am over the moon. I think this 20% drop in CardFactory is totally unjustified. So I took the opportunity to double my stake in the company, something that I'm very happy to do at these very, very cheap prices, especially given that I felt that the report was largely positive. So how can a stock price drop 20% on positive results? Well, let me explain the story because there is a lot of negative in there, but not for a long-term investor like myself. The negative is that CardFactory has decreased their profit guidance, which means they're expecting to make a little bit less money in profit than they did previously estimate that they would make. The reason for this is that consumers are moving away from their cards into other products that they sell, such as balloons, for example. So like-for-like sales are up 2.7%. So they sold 2.7% more in terms of revenue than they did previously, which is great. So the sales are growing, but profits are going to be down because of increased costs, mostly because they source some of the products from abroad, and the pound is weak because of Brexit. So that's taken a hit on the business. And also you have minimum wage costs in there. But the biggest thing is that these balloons and these cups and things that they're selling more of than cards now, which is why the like-for-like sales increased, they're much, much, much lower margin than the cards. So they're selling more things, but they're making less money on those things, if that makes sense. But what we're going to see over the years is that these foreign exchange effects aren't going to last forever. And I expect management to make some good cost cutting initiatives in order to increase profitability in the future. CardFactory remains still extremely cash generative. It makes about £80 million worth of free cash flow a year. They're very generous in their dividends. I really enjoyed my special dividend from them this year. Going forward, there are things that I'm worried about when it comes to CardFactory. I'm worried about increasing costs on the business. I'm worried about a hard Brexit, and those definitely could derail the business, and we could see further price declines. I'm also worried about the very poor performance of gettingpersonal.co.uk, which CardFactory owns. The revenue for that segment of the business remains flat. And I'm also largely unimpressed with the only 3% growth in online sales from a very low base. I really think management should be pushing a lot more of their online sales, given that footfall to our high streets is decreasing rapidly. The danger for CardFactory going forward is that high street footfall continues to decrease, that they can't control these costs on Forex, and that profits will continue to slide as a result. But at a 15 times price to earnings ratio for a business that generates a ton of free cash, I'm a big buyer at these prices, and I believe that there's a good margin of safety there. Now, I'm not promising that if you buy, you're going to make money, but I think at the current levels is a very, very good idea, and it's definitely an excellent addition to my portfolio. So I've now doubled my position in CardFactory, and if you think the numbers are good, take a look at the trading update. Let me know what you think in the comments, and if you're a buyer, then let me know.